Almost 2 weeks after a deadly shooting at the Bight of Seattle, questions are still mounting over the police response, communication breakdowns, and safety going forward.
Today, Seattle's interim police chief is addressing those concerns head on. Fox 13's Alejandro Guzman sat down for a one-on-one with Chief Andre Sayles with the answers you need to hear.
For Seattle's new interim police chief, one of his first tasks is answering questions from a community looking for answers following the mass shooting at the Bight of Seattle after the city failed to share critical information quickly. Chief Andre Sayles says a coordinated approach and communication need to be stronger.
I think one of the biggest things is being in collaboration with the mayor's office. We are looking at a comprehensive plan that is going to align SPD and the mayor's office together to make sure that we're getting that appropriate information out in an appropriate time.
Sayles made it clear everyone needs to be on the same page, making sure nobody is left guessing what fast response means.
And I think the biggest thing is what is an appropriate time? What's their definition? What's our definition?
The deadly shooting happened about 3 weeks ago. A 15-year-old has been arrested, but according to court documents, the shots he fired did not kill Ashley Whitehead or Carlos Villalba. Probable cause documents say he only fired after a man in a blue shirt fired first.
Is there an update regarding the shooter or shooters from the Bight of Seattle? And do you have an update onto who this person in a blue shirt may be?
I think the biggest thing is, it's going to cause a little bit of frustration, is the integrity of this investigation. There's some information that we have. There's some information that was given yesterday. And I want to make sure that we keep the integrity of that investigation close to the vest until we can make the appropriate arrest.
The interim chief says detectives have received more than 100 tips. And while the community wants answers, he's urging anyone with information to come forward.
I know people have heard that and are probably tired of hearing that, but please have faith in us.
Beyond the investigation, Sayles says preventing future violence will be a major focus.
We've seen several high-profile cases involving our teens. What needs to change?
Having true conversations with our youth.
He says he's already met with community members, and conversations are one way. He says gun violence dropped drastically in Beloit, Wisconsin, where he was chief. Gangs often exploit King County's diversion program, promising teens legal immunity as cases are often resolved outside of court before charges are filed.
Looking at the data and said, this is why we need to change it. This is how we're going to be successful for our youth to have a long life.
That takes time.
Yes.
The community wants actions now.
I think some things we can change right now, but at the same time, sometimes when you make quick decisions, you may fail someone throughout that process.
So obviously, we always have to condense these interviews down, but I know you had 20-ish minutes with the interim chief. Was anything in particular standing out to you?
Yeah, I mean, as you guys can see, it was pretty much how he wanted the community to get to know him. He was very laid back, very poised, but he also does acknowledge some of the challenges that he's walking into. He did talk a lot about stability and talking about how he wants to collaborate, not just with the city, but also with the community, guys.
Yeah, so I do have to come back to this because, as you know, a lot of people are still scratching their heads about what happened. Not, just the Bight of Seattle shooting, but the controversies beyond that. And then we had Chief Barnes resign, and then now you've got this new interim chief. In my opinion, it's been one for the history books, right?
Very much so.
Do you think what Sayles said today, the answers he gave you, was that good enough?
I think there were some good answers. He gave some sustenance in there, but at the end of the day, I think for some of the vendors, for some of the people that were at the Bight of Seattle shooting, they were left scrambling. They were left wondering. They wanted to know some information. They did not get any clarity from the Bight of Seattle, Foodie Land, Seattle Center. Like they were telling me, they were the ones turning to officials and to these event organizers. And I think for them, they're wanting a little bit more about how this is going to boil down. And God forbid something happens like this again, they want to know exactly how this is going to play out. And for them to get the information much quicker, I mean, I know they want to get their ducks in a row, guys, but when does it become, are we going to get SPD out there first? Or are we going to have to wait for the mayor and the dignitaries to come out again? Or is this going to be in stages and hopefully pushed out much quicker than 5 hours.
Well, you just mentioned Mayor Katie Wilson. Obviously, we've learned from all the tumult and the changes of all the different SPD chiefs in recent years, there has to be some kind of harmony between who's leading the department and the mayor's office. So they've had conversations, it seems, based on your guys' interview today. Do you have any insight now?
3 conversations over the last week, and he says that overall their stance on public safety is pretty much aligned. He says that there's not something that sticks out to him that they don't see eye to eye on this. He said this is the start of a great partnership.
And we hope so. We hope that they can have a better partnership and the city will benefit from that. But I can tell you right now, there are still questions that are unanswered, Allie, and you and I have talked about this and a lot of reporters in the newsroom. We're going to continue to dig to get down to the bottom of what happened that night.
This was just a very soft get to know him. I think we're just going to have to wait to see what his actions are, and hopefully what he said today will line up with the leadership he's promising.
All right, Allie, thank you so much.
Thank you.